some Keto Pan Pizza. And it's going to be a glass pan. That's the glass pan. We're going to use some Johnsonville Italian mild sausage, some contadina tomato paste, some extra virgin olive oil, and some grated Parmesan cheese, some whole milk mozzarella cheese, some pepperoni, and for the seasonings, we're gonna also, try to make it healthy. We're gonna add a bag of frozen spinach, and what else? For the seasoning, we're gonna use some garlic powder, and for the swelling in our joints, we're gonna use some turmeric, some black pepper, and no ginger, a little bit of iodized salt, just a little. And where's the oregano? Oh, and some oregano, of course. And might even throw in a dash of my favorite brew when I do have to do a brew. Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. And the sauce, it makes the sauce good. And for a crust, we're going to use my favorite crust, air. I'm going to saute a bell pepper, an onion, and the Italian sausage in a wok and extra virgin olive oil. What's that? You didn't know Italians used woks? The wok, you know, the wok was associated with Italian. Well, spaghetti was invented in China, and we attribute that to Italian culture. So I figure why not give them the wok too while we're at it. So there's my extra virgin olive oil. So use the meat juice. That juice, anybody know what that juice is when you buy Italian sausage? I think it's pig blood. We don't like to think about the fact that we eat pig blood, but we do. You do. When you eat pizza, you're eating pig blood. You dirty scoundrel. It's hard to cut vegetables with one hand, but I'm too lazy to get the selfie stick or whatever the hell. Okay, so we diced up one white onion, some green pepper, 1 pound of sausage with pig blood in it. Smells great. I don't smell like pig blood anymore. Here's to good friends, tonight is kinda special. Hitler's in town, and all the shirts are brown somehow. So tonight, let it be Miller. Okay, so the seasoning, we want to get that in there, so we're going to add some oregano. That makes it Italian. That makes it a spicy meatball. Some iodized salt, just to get some saltiness, not too much, but you want some iodine. Iodine's good for you. Garlic, I know it's a sin, but I'm using garlic powder. Natural garlic makes me sick to my stomach, so I ain't fucking with that. Let's see, what did I forget? Oh, some black pepper. Would you like some pepper? Good. And some turmeric. It's gonna make it orange, but it makes your knees feel better when you get old and crusty like me. You might need to add a little more Lowenbrow. Here's to good friends. Tonight is kinda special. Droff is in town. All the shirts are brown somehow. Alright, so we're gonna cook all the alcohol out of here for the kitties. That is, if you have kitties. underage people. You don't want to be feeding them food with high alcohol content. You can go to prison for that. Although you can overthrow the country apparently and not go to prison for that. So maybe you can get away with the beer thing. Oh, that's gonna be nice. There'll be a lot of cheese in here, so it's just the way it is. It's like that, and that's the way it is. All right, so that's done. That going in a little bit. Tear. So I'm gonna dump this. I'm gonna turn on my oven to, what's that? Like, I can't see it, like 425 or something like that. Yeah, something like that. And I'm gonna leave that for about 10 minutes till it's nice and melt. Might as well go for broke. Enjoy yourself before we all meet again in the death camp. You have to look back on the great food we were able to eat before the end of days. So I'm just nuking a bag of Walmart's frozen spinach, and then I'm gonna dump that on my Parmesan and grated Romano cheese crust. Food always seemed to taste better when my mother or grandmother or great-grandmother, who was cooking, used their hands. I always wondered about that, like what the science was behind that, if there was any. Alright, so I got the spinach spread out evenly on the cheese. Open up the oven, throw that shit back in there. Let that go for about another 15 minutes, and it's ready for my sauce. Alright, so we got that going. Now we're going to spread that out evenly. Seems like these dishes are always just the right size. Now we're going to add the mozzarella, whole milk mozzarella to the top. Some places will be a little bit more than others. Alright, then we're going to fill in the gaps with the grated Parmesan Romano mix. So here we go. We got doing cards. Make sure you get the corners. Alright, just put them at random. I don't like those squared off designs. It makes it look like it's unnatural, not like it's manufactured. Alright, she's bubbling up nicely and browning around the edges. Not quite done yet, but looking good. Okay, after about 35 minutes of baking and 45 minutes of cooling in the oven, now we can set it down, find out what we're working with. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being Beggar's Pizza and Home Run Inn Pizza, I'll put both of those at a 10. Emo's in St. Louis, currently, the current version, a 5. Gino's East Deep Dish, a 7. Just so you know what kind of pizza chops I have. This would probably be a solid 8. So that's it. So there you go. It's keto. No crust. If you add the crust, you've basically given yourself 50,000 more calories. Eating the meat and cheese and oil is going to go right through you. Your body will process it, but as soon as you add carbs to it, you create World War III on your pancreas, and that food gets stored as fat and sugar. This way, you get the protein out of it. Now, eating this way, of course, is going to give you high blood pressure and probably have meat in your colon and heart failure, but you'll look fucking good in that casket.